There's eggplant, and you honestly can't go wrong eating these for lunch. So that is this spot in Rome called Trapizzino for a delicious Roman style street food. Now I'm going to be talking to you about some dinner spots. I'm going to transition slowly into them. So this one is not so fancy. You can even of course have this for lunch, and I did when I went to Rome a lot because we even grabbed this to go. It was so close to our Airbnb, so we grabbed this pizza and we brought it up and we ate it for lunch, or we'd split one. You can sit down there for lunch if you're not planning on having a dinner, or you can go here for dinner. It's great. This place is called Pizzeria da Buffetto. And I'm going to recommend this because it is a Roman style pizza. So when you're in Rome, you want to try the pizza that they're known for. Now they are known for thin, crisp pizzas, so they're not thick and chewy like the Neapolitan type pizza. The pizza in Rome has more crunch, and it is extremely paper thin, so it is delicious. And I got a funghi, salsiccia, and cipolla, so mushroom, sausage, and onion pizza. Oh, so good. I can't tell you how good it was. We even brought it back to our Airbnb. Like I said, you can't go wrong, so it was so good. I got to see how they're made too. They're so super thin, and the people who work there are really nice and accommodating, so I really like this spot as well. That was Pizzeria da Buffetto for a thin Roman style pizza. Now don't get it twisted, guys. This is not dry or too crunchy that you feel like you're eating a cracker by any means. It's a juicy pizza. It's just really thin, but it is so good. So I'm just gonna go right for it. One of my favorite restaurants in Rome, the number one, or my top three by all means. This is called Da Enzo, sometimes known as Da Enzo 29. This is in Trastevere as well. Lots of good restaurants are in Trastevere, guys. And now they specialize in very Roman style cuisine. So a lot of the Roman dishes, if you feel like you haven't gotten enough of them, they have them there. They even have, of course, meat style dishes, but I'm such a carby, so I'm always eating carbs. So I'm loving their pastas. Now you can't go to Rome without having a carbonara or a cacio e pepe or a matriciana. Any kind of those pastas, they have them here, and they're delicious. They're so good. And one of my favorite things at this restaurant is the burrata. Now they call it burrata. It's usually a specialty item, so the waiter will, you might not see it on the menu, but he'll tell you that they have the burrata. It's more like a stracciatella type burrata, so it's not the whole ball. It's sort of like the creamy part that's inside burrata. Oh, they pair it with these amazing tomatoes. The tomatoes in Italy alone are just, they're worth the trip. They're so good. If you want a tiramisu at a restaurant, they have a delicious tiramisu. They also have this whipped mascarpone with strawberries, with little wild strawberries, fragoline. One of the best desserts. It's just so simple. It's sort of like eating a mascarpone mousse, but with those wild strawberries. If you've never tried a wild strawberry before, they're like little baby strawberries. So good, guys. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. It's honestly my favorite restaurant. There are always lineups there. I feel like there is a way to call and to book ahead and to reserve a spot. But if you go there as soon as they open at about 7 o'clock, if you're one of the first people in line, you'll be eating no problem. So do make it a point to check out this restaurant. It's one of my favorites. Another restaurant that is so good, and if you're a carby like me and you love pasta, specifically homemade pasta, there is a lady making the pasta in the window. So she's rolling it out, she's cutting it, she's shaping all kinds. You can look at her, you can talk with her a bit. It's such a cool experience, and this restaurant is Osteria da Fortunata. So it is just a really delicious restaurant for pasta dishes. I would just highly recommend getting any kind of pasta that they have there. They have their carbonara. If I didn't like specify what that is enough, it's just the eggs and bacon pasta. They have their cacio e pepe, which is the cheese and the pepper. They have a matriciana, which is the one in the red sauce with the pancetta. So they have all those kind of pastas. They make them fresh. They're so good. They're known for their strozzapreti there, which literally means strangled priests. It's just the twisted pasta, and it's thick, but like it's like a nice toothsome pasta. So if you want a nice bite of pasta, that is the one to get. It is so good. I love that restaurant. They also had a really good panna cotta for dessert. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like essentially just like a cooked cream. It is so good. So also try their panna cotta if you really like that as well. Okay, if you like truffles and you like truffle pasta, one of the best ways to eat truffles is honestly in pasta. Let's be real. This spot has the best truffle pasta that I've had in my life. Okay, this pasta dish is so expensive, but it is so good. So if you want to splurge and you want to dedicate one night to your vacation in Rome on having a more high-end dinner, this is the spot. This is called Taverna Trilusa, and it is also in Trastevere. So many T's. That's a tongue twister. Truffle pasta in Taverna Trilusa in Trastevere. Truffle in Italian is tartufo. And this pasta is so good. It's literally served to you in like a skillet, and it is the most butteriest, truffleiest pasta that you can have. It is so good. They also have things like artichokes, which are known as carciofi, and that is very Roman, especially if you have the Jewish style fried artichokes. Carciofi alla Judea, so delicious. So I highly recommend this restaurant as well. They're also known for their ravioli mimosa. Even that foodie Jonathan Shaban ate there, and it is like, I mean, that dish is really good too, but honestly I think that this truffle dish is better because who I was with, everyone was getting the mimosa one. I got this truffle one. I splurged and it was so good. I did not regret it. So I highly recommend that restaurant as well. So I really like street food, and like I mentioned, I like to grab things and get things to go. Gelato is no exception, but I'm not going to be going into my favorite gelaterias because I have an entire video dedicated to that, which I will link in the description bar down below. So please check that out because gelato is so important in Italy, and they have some of the best gelaterias in Rome. I'm just going to be mentioning some extra things that you can pick up. Of course, you have to get a cappuccino, by all means. Even an espresso, they're not known as really espressos in Italy, they're just known as un caffè. If you ask for un caffè, you're gonna get a little espresso. If that's too bitter for you guys, even with the sugar that you might add, by all means, you should try something called ginseng. It is cafe ginseng, and it comes already sweetened, and you have to try it. It is a really good tiny little sweet, almost like espresso shot, but it has this amazing flavor that it's hard to describe. Similar to French vanilla Tim Hortons in a weird way. But it is so delicious. I absolutely love it. I will also mention, if you love coffee, some of the best coffees, this extra is turning into like a coffee thing, but some of the best coffee that I've had has been at Cafe Sant'Eustachio, espressos, or just cafe, like I said. They have a bunch of different flavored ones. They even have a granita al cafe, which is really good, which is just like an icy coffee with whipped cream. It's so good. The one that I got that I really liked, it was warm, it's called a moretto, and it had, I believe, like cream and chocolate in it, and it was so good. It was sort of like the espresso style, but it was like, oh, it was just delicious. So I really love that moretto one from Cafe Sant'Eustachio. I will also mention that you should definitely try, if you want sort of a nice extra experience, not that the food is like phenomenal there, but for the view alone. You probably might have seen me go here in one of my latest Rome vlogs, but I went there with my mom and sisters, and it was such an amazing time and an amazing way to end our trip, and that was at Terrazza Borromini. We kind of decided to go like last minute on a whim, and it was so good, and we're so glad we went there. It is right in Piazza Navona. Just you go upstairs in this Borromini hotel, I believe, and it is Terrazza Borromini. They have an amazing view, great drinks. If you're interested in drinks, you should get an Aperol Spritz. It is just the aperitivo Aperol with like the soda water and like Prosecco, and it's just so good. So get an Aperol Spritz while you're there, enjoy the view. They have little things that you can get like mozzarella, burrata, little bites, and it's just really good. It's just a great experience in Rome altogether. I highly recommend that. So guys, paired with my gelato video, I feel like you are covered if you're going to Rome and you want to eat really well. You're good. This list is incredible. I named you a bunch of my favorite spots. I mean, I could go on and name you even more, and I even will in my blog post, so please check that out on ladolcelisa.com. But these are a few of my favorite spots, and a lot of the things, especially the grab and go things, were quite affordable as well. So I hope that I gave you a good idea of what you should eat in Rome and where you should eat it. And if you like more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below, and I would be happy to do more of these for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, and buon appetito! A lot of these recommendations. Why? Pasta, which... Oh my god, I can't... what's it called? Now, why am I drawing a blank? What did I just say? Oh, wow, that was a really long period of time to think.